Hi, and welcome back. And again, in today's episode, we're going to focus on the Cortina because I want to try and get some stuff progressed. I actually quite like the video I made last time because normally I focus on one job rather than little bits, and everything at the minute seems to be half finished. So it's great that I can just do a bit, and it actually looks like I'm actually doing something rather than sitting around doing bugger all, which is actually probably what I do a lot of. So the first job is to get the dash loom out again, because I forgot to add some wires into it, and I want to try and get it wrapped up a bit and get all that working. So I'm hoping that once that's in, it's properly in. I've got the throttle pedal to do, which means the heater's got to come out, but we'll come on to that in a bit. Anyway, I'll show you the dash loom. So the dash loom is half out. I've just got to do this area and figure out what I need to fix on it and put the new wiring in. I'm going to do that off camera because this is really boring and it's not going to take very long. So whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you about some of the stuff that I've been working on in the background because there's been a few questions, and I'll save you the hassle of watching me pull the wiring loom out. That loom out, I will show you some of the stuff that I've been working on because it does actually sort of make sense. Somebody recently asked me about the speedo for the MX5 gearbox to the Cortina speedo. What am I going to do? And I've had quite a lot of ideas on this. Like, I've been thinking over this for about 6 months on and off, which I'm going to do a whole video on once I've figured this out. And I'm at a point now where I'm sort of making some progress. One of the ideas was to have a cable made that would go from the MX5 gearbox to the Cortina speedo, but there's a few problems within that. Basically, I don't know whether the speedo will be calibrated correctly, but I can have the speedo recalibrated, but you need the car running and moving to do that. So that's why I've sort of parked that one. The other idea I'd had was to take an MX5 speedo and make it look like a Cortina one. So this will fit into, where is it? Anyway, so it's going to fit into an original housing. The reason I'm holding this is because this is the actual, where I got the idea from it. So this is, or was, the fuel and temp gauge off a basic Cortina because it was knackered, but it's got the right thing, so it'll fit in the dashboard. The internals of this are a modern rev counter because mine, it's got this really bouncy needle. It's not accurate, and I don't know how well it'll work with the Speeduino, even though I was working on this whilst the Cortina was running on carbs. So anyway, I was having some problems with the quality of this. That is a 3D printed rev counter that I drew, fascia, sorry. It's got all the numbers on it. It's got all the pips. I was having some problems with the actual finish of it. But that will mount. See, this is how old it is. It's absolutely filthy. So that will mount onto this and look sort of original. I had a thought on how I would make this better because I've been focusing on, what I've been focused on was printing it, and that's not the right solution. And what I can do, instead, looking at how the scale model guys make stuff, is you can print your own transfers. So I think that might be the way I can get around this, because what I need it to look like is that. Whatever happens behind here is fine. Who cares? What it needs to look like is that. And I've spent ages modeling all the numbers and how it's all drawn out, so I can essentially print it to something you can use as a transfer. But there's a lot more work on that. So yeah, that currently is, like I say, it's an MX5 speedo backing, but Cortina looking face. The one annoying bit about this is you've got trip, like a trip counter on it. Cortina doesn't have that standard. It just has, let me see. So it just has the miles which are underneath. This one's slightly different. It's got the miles above. So it'd be a really subtle difference. And I think there's far too much work in modifying not only that housing, but the dashboard itself to fit a trip in. And I'm not really that fussed. All it needs to do is tell me how many miles I've done, because currently that is incredibly inaccurate. This is a spare one. It's not the original one. This is incredibly inaccurate. So I've never known how miles per hour I've always done off my phone via GPS. Mileage has always been a guess because it's always run faster, which means I'm putting on more miles on the speedo than I'm actually doing. And then the fuel tank was inaccurate, so I've never known the actual MPG of this. I just fill up approximately every 200 miles according to this. I've not run out of fuel yet. What it does bring me on to is the next problem. And that is, yes, I've left it in here. Come with me. Right, so what we have here is, that's the end of the speedo cable for an MX5. Quite a big old chunky thing. This is annoyingly about 5 or 6 inches too short, and you see there, that will not go through that hole, which means I've got to cut a bigger one. And so the problem with the speedo cable is it's too short anyway, so I need a longer speedo cable. And not only that, I've then got to make the fascia. So that's why I'm a bit of a quandary, is do I go with a custom cable, original speedo, and then we'll figure it out later on, or do I make a new fascia for a MX5 speedo, cut the steel work to fit, and then have a cable made, which sounds like more of a pain in the arse. But I'm going to have a think about that. In fact, let me know what you think, because that'd be really interesting. The other thing I will show you on the screen now is something I've had an idea about the last couple of weeks, and I've been a bit obsessed about this. And this is a push button starter for the engine that looks like the original choke. So it's got the bezel. I've gutted a push button starter button, modeled it all up, and then sort of made my own using bits of that switch and bits of the choke, so that essentially the dashboard will look the same, but you push the choke button to start the engine. I think this is really cool, but I've just got to figure out how I'm going to make it. Basically, I need to tap somebody up with a lathe who will basically make this sort of nonsense for me, which I'm quite happy about. That's kind of it, really. They're quite big bits. The fuel sender is still away. Fuel gauge and sender, is still away getting calibrated. Yeah, calibrated. So I should have those back in about a week or two. So that's quite nice. Then I can carry on with the fuel tank. So it won't actually take. Well, it will take me a while, but I just want to get that one done. So let's get back to the wiring loom. Loom's out. Yeah, so I've got a bit of work to do on this. Mainly testing it. I'm going to make new plugs, because the ones that I printed, because they've cracked, and that is because this piece is too thin. But I have worked on a design. I'll reprint it once I've got the quality right. It's all test prints, and it feels a bit like a bobbled jumper. It's awful. That's by the by. Yeah, I'm going to work on that in my spare time. I've got plenty. You don't need to watch me do that. Next up, heater out, throttle pedal out, a new throttle pedal in, and fuel pressure regulator on, and because I'm trying to work out on the bulkhead here. In fact, I'll just get on with it. I'll show you what I mean. There we go. Right, heater's out. Now the pedal here goes up all the way across to where it then comes out there, and it moves a rod that opened the throttle on the carburetor. But you cannot get to those two bolts there, well, one of them, without the heater being there, which is a really bad design. Now, that's not the reason I'm getting rid of the throttle, although it does help. Main thing is I'm switching to a cable. So what I have bought is this. It's actually quite difficult to film in one go. And that is a cable throttle for a Lotus. So I'm going to take this off, put this on and see how well it fits. Hoping fairly well, considering how much it was. But it's like a fraction of the thing. It's got a proper like cable bit on. I mean, that is ridiculous, so we'll see. Let's get that one off and get this one on. So it's in place, and I've set the stop. That's pretty good. So it'll look roughly in line. Moves quite nicely. No play in it, like the old one had. What I've got to figure out is where the cable comes out here. So you can see that bit of light, that's where the wiring loom is. There's something else above that, speedo cable, that's it. So I've got to figure out how I get through there. So there is a chance, thinking back on what I was talking about earlier. Well, that line's awful. I could bring the cable through the old speedo cable hole and put in a new speedo cable hole, knowing that I need to make a bigger one for the MX5 that doesn't need to go there. Could I bring it in lower down here and then straight up? Bit of thinking on that one.